Pastor Travis, it is great to have you with us. And you are on location in the Congo with a very special guest there who has really opened up some major doors for you and some other people that we know to preach the gospel there in the land and to do a lot of great things. And so I want to get an update from you, what has been happening, and introduce the ambassador as well.
Great. Thank you so much, John. It's always good to see you. And before I go any further, let me introduce you to my great friend and brother, my brother in Christ, and that's Ambassador Antoine Gonda. So he's a legend. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello, Ambassador. It's a pleasure to meet you. So, gentlemen, please. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Gentlemen, please tell us what has been going on in this historic trip.
In this historic trip, what happened is Pastor Travis Johnson, came along with some other pastors, to bring hope to the Christian community of the people of DRC, which is very impressive because after the peace agreement that was signed, with the blessing of President Donald Trump between the DRC and Rwanda to put an end of 30 years of war, people in the DRC were a bit doubting, hesitating, was wondering, what was going on. Is it possible? Is it true? And then Pastor Travis Johnson, came and said, President Donald Trump, really believes that, peace is important, for the DRC. So after 30 years of war, we were skeptical, but he brought that hope, saying that, okay, the people of the United States of America, your Christian community, we are praying in order for the DRC to go back, to its where it used to be. And for that, we are so grateful and so thankful that, Jesus Christ, lead us, and really the miracle is happening. And that's why you are seeing me very happy next to him and saying thank you to the American Christian community.
That's awesome to see what has been happening there. To have peace in the region is remarkable. And Pastor Travis, could you explain what your involvement is with this? Because you're a pastor in Alabama, and how did you get involved with the nation of the DRC?
Well, we're part of National Faith Advisory Board, and our work there is, as we've done, we've advocated for the pillars of NFAB, the sanctity of life, the sanctity of marriage. There's a whole list: religious freedom, religious liberty, free speech. Sanctity of life at all stages, So we've been doing that work. And of course, we ran around all over the country this last year trying to mobilize pastors to get out, register their people to vote. And there's so many Christians, that, they're kind of passive. They're not voting. They're pastors that are not speaking about important issues. And so we've been working on that. And then, of course, President Donald Trump, we're just so thankful for all the great work that he did, establishing the White House Faith Office, religious liberty. Recently on the National Day of Prayer, we were in the Rose Garden for the signing of the Religious Liberty Commission. Of course, that was very important. In 2023, me, along with a number of other pastors, experienced basically cancellation for our public display of faith. And so we've been running with President Trump. He's really the greatest champion for Christian faith that I've ever seen in the White House.
And confirm that.
Say that again?
Confirming that.
Yes, so now we're talking sanctity of life. It's not just in the womb, but we're also talking about in the DRC. And so it's just been an awesome thing to watch. And so from President Trump to Paula White, Jenny Korn, the White House Faith Office, NFAB, there's just been so much great work. And seeing President Trump sign this historic agreement, the timing was perfect. The reality was that since 2020, we have been praying for the DRC at Pathway Church, at the church that I pastor. I'm not talking about when we're in the White House, when we're praying for the president, when we're working, in policy meetings, none of those things. But I'm talking about as a pastor, because one of my members, Pastor Justin Muhabau, has been praying and advocating for DRC. And he has inspired our entire church to pray for the DRC. And of course, we've been active in the DRC as far as working with orphan children and that sort of thing. So we're like no stranger to it. In fact, we're supportive. We're financially supportive of that work in the DRC.
Yeah.
So look, hey, bottom line, because of that prayer and because there was because Justin Muhabau prayed thousands of hours in my sanctuary and talked to me nonstop about the DRC. And he began to put me together with, like, it feels like everyone and their mother in the DRC, members of the National Assembly, the ambassador, and on and on. And so I would say back in, I mean, it's maybe a couple months now. Ambassador Gonda called me up and he said, Pastor, are you in DC? And I said, I just left 4 hours ago. Are you, where are you? I'm in Mobile. He said, can I come to see you so that we can get you to the Congo? And he wanted to come on a Thursday. I said, well, that would be great. You know, you don't have to do that. He said, no, I would love to. I said, well, if you're going to come on a Thursday, why don't you skip Thursday and come and spend the weekend with me? We hung out all day Saturday. And then Sunday he came to my church. He exhorted our people. We prayed for him. And it's like this incredible relationship that is cultivated. And this work, I want you to know, the work that Ambassador Gonda has really been a great blessing to so many people.
Thank you so much. You know, and,
so
I'm not a blessing, but you are a blessing.
Yes. So Pastor Travis, talk to me about how this is really a result of being unembarrassed of Jesus.
That's exactly right. It's exactly right. And here's the thing, you know, when God opens a door, you go through it. And as you go through it, you know, God does what only God can do.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's looking for willing vessels, whether it's talking to a neighbor. And of course, you know, I mean, I'm writing a book called Unembarrassed of Jesus, Follow from a Distance, Lose Your Faith, Follow Closely, and Change the World. DRC was not in that script because that hadn't happened. It's just, I believe it's an outflow of that same idea. You know, just step up, step out, stand up, speak up, and then God will take the little bit that you have and he'll do much with it. And I think that's where we are right now.
Yeah, that's
been incredible.
Incredible, you know, and you are just an instrument of God, you know, really to make the miracle happen. Yeah, we did pray, we were praying, and then, you know, God has chosen, you know, Pastor Travis Johnson, you know, to come and accomplish, you know, what was our wishing, you know, with the prayer that we are making. And so we have to say glory, you know, to Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. When I think about what happened, you know, you pulled together pastors from all over the Congo.
All over the Congo, you know. And
we had, what, 20, 25, 30,000 people yesterday?
30,000 people more.
Incredible. The gospel,
exactly.
People coming together.
Exactly.
Such a blessing.
Such a blessing. And even women in the army, and they say, okay, no, you know, our best weapon, you know, it is the Bible, you know, and the word of Jesus Christ. You know, and that's what's really impressive.
Now, here's something really neat, John. Yesterday, I had the privilege of meeting with President Felix Antoine Tshisekedi. He invited us into his residence. We shared with him. He's a brother in Jesus Christ. In 2019, he dedicated, in the Stadium of the Martyrs, dedicated the Congo to the Lord.
To the Lord, yeah.
And so we really enjoyed our time with him. It was really a blessed time of ministry and fellowship, friendship. And I don't even know what to say at just how warmly he embraced us. It was incredible.
Exactly, incredible. And it was really with tears, you know, and joy, saying, okay, at least, you know, we brought back hope for this population.
And so let me say this, and we're going to have to go, John. We're about to leave out. This is our last stop here. We had a wonderful time. We're hitting the airport and we're going home. But if I could call on every single Christian, every single pastor to pray for the DRC, pray for peace in every single square inch of the country, especially pray. Now, listen to me, especially pray for what's happening in the East. The East is very difficult. We're asking that God would do a really strong and great work. There's a great peace agreement. That peace agreement is going to hold. It's going to be an amazing thing. But right now we're asking for God's grace, especially on the East. And, you know, on our beloved brothers and sisters in Christ and all people that are there. I think Christians all over the world should, you know, inform themselves, get up to date, get up to speed on what's happening. You know, when this peace agreement was signed, this is right in the middle of Israel and Iran. So there's a lot of attention that was soaked up. But if the world knew, listen, there have been 6 million people killed in Congo. This is a genocide. And it actually more people killed in this conflict and all of the conflicts in the world combined. So this is the most important thing going on right now. And if the church would rise up and speak up, be informed, speak up, then we can expedite this. And you know what? God doesn't want to just bless the DRC. He wants to bless Rwanda. He wants to bless all the surrounding countries, all of Africa. In fact, it feels to me like the DR Congo is the seedbed for revival in Africa. And so, John, we're seeing it. It's revival. That's what we've been praying for. And Ambassador Gonda, listen, you got a seat around my campfire anytime.
No problem. No. After this miracle, of course, absolutely. Yes.
We love you much, man.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys giving an update about what's been going on and even doing a little bit of a walk and talk here. So have a safe trip. And
my left arm is about to fall off.
Yes.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to share with us.
God bless you, John.